Alright guys, so today I thought we would go over I Believe I'll Dust My Broom by Robert Johnson, but also it's covered by a lot of other blues guys. You've got Dust My Broom by Elmore James. So I'm kind of mixing those two together in this one. But basically, if you get this basic understanding of it, you can play and then kind of add your own style to it, however you're feeling. So, first thing we need to know about this song is it's in a different tuning than standard. Okay, so here's how the strings are going to be tuned. You've got a D. Your low E is a D note. You leave your A the same. You leave the D the same, and then you've got to change the top three strings. So you've got your G, you're going to tune down to an F sharp. Your B, you're going to tune down to an A. And then your high E string, you're going to tune down to a D. Okay? Alright, and then you're going to want to slide for this. So typically, I put my slide on my pinky finger, but you can put it on your ring finger if you like. The pinky finger in this song is pretty important because you're going to need your other fingers to do the shuffle. But you're going to see that in just a minute. Okay, for the intro, basically what you're doing is just kind of doing a real quick slide. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your slide and you're going to slide all the way down to the 12th fret. Okay, and you're going to kind of mute your D string, which in this case is your low E, but you're playing a D note. You're going to mute that, and while you're plucking it simultaneously, you're using your three fingers here, or you can strum with kind of like just your thumb and your pointer finger put together and just strum. But you really just want to hit the G, the B, and the E string. Obviously they're tuned differently, but just for simplicity purposes, we're going to call it that. And you're going to just you're going to play those. Now, when you do a slide, so let me get in here a little bit. So when you do a slide, when you're playing a note with your finger, you want it right behind the metal of the fret. When you're doing it with a slide, you want it right above it, like actually above the metal of the fret. So when we say 12th fret, you go down to the 12th fret and you go right on that, right on top of that metal, okay? So you've got the beginning, you got and what you can also do when you get comfortable with this is kind of shake it a little bit. Now you don't want to get too far off the fret or that's going to change the note, but if you shake it a little bit, you get this kind of like vibrato sound, similar to like when we play like B.B. King notes, kind of a vibrato there. And then you just want to... Alright, so here's the shuffle part. So what you're going to do is you're strumming the, again, you can just kind of put your fingers together and strum act as if you have a pick. That's what I do. You're strumming the D and the A string, or excuse me, the low E and the A string there. And then what you're doing is you're doing open, and then using your pointer finger to get to the 2nd fret of the A string, right there. That's your shuffle. Alright, so you're going to do that. So you can go. And then you go straight to the walk down. So the walk down is going to be using your middle finger. You're going to, so on your right hand, you're going to be plucking the A, D, G, and B. Okay? But all you're going to do, you're going to go on the A string. You're walking from the 3rd to the 2nd to the 1st fret to open. So it goes like this. So plucking on your right hand is just the A string, plucking the 3 underneath it, A string, plucking the 3 underneath it, A string, plucking the 3 underneath it. So it goes. And then what you want to do to end the turnaround is take your slide and go up to the 7th fret. And that's a turnaround. So we're going to do that again, the turnaround, but now you know it. So it's just... And then you go into you start going in the verses. Alright, so that's the first part. The first part is you start with the shuffle, in with the open E string and the A string, and then alternating by taking your pointer finger off, second fret open, second fret open. But instead of just doing that all the way through, you hear this especially in the Elmore James, not so much the Robert Johnson one, you can throw in the 4 chord. So in this case, you're going to bar the entire 5th fret with your pointer finger, and then, this is probably the most difficult part of this song, you're going to use your ring finger to shuffle between the 5th fret of the A and the 7th fret of the A. So yeah, I believe I'll dust my broom. And then you go back to the way you started, where you just slide down to the 12th fret and you hit that. So you got the shuffle to the 5th fret, and then you just kind of hit the open D, open E and A, and then your 12th fret slide, and then you're ready for the second part of the 12-bar blues, which would be go to the 4 chord. I believe I dust my room. In this case, you just are doing the same thing you did with barring the 5th fret and shuffling. To your 12th fret, and every time before you hit your 12th fret, it's good to just kind of like hit the open E and A there and slide it down. And then your last thing, you got to play the 5th chord. So then what you're going to do is you're going to bar the 7th fret and shuffle by doing, you're alternating between, so you're barring the entire 7th fret, and then you're alternating with the 7th fret of the A and the 9th fret of the A. So it's, what you can do with ease when you're doing the shuffle is to do a little shuffle, and then you can do up strums on the rest of the strings. That's the cool thing about open tunings, is that it all sounds good together there, and you're not really doing much. Alright, and then you hit an open E and A, and then you just do your walk down. Your walk down to your turnaround, and that's the whole song, okay? So let me know in the comments below if this helped, and we'll keep going with some more blues.